Good evening. My name is Erin Parker. I moved to Howard County for its purportedly great schools. In the second grade, my son was struggling to read. He was not completing his assignments, and he refused to write. I was worried about an attention disorder, dyslexia, or other learning disabilities. His teacher assured me that he was fine. All of their second graders were terrible spellers. I requested testing, but his school refused, stating that he had to be at least 1 year behind in order to qualify for testing. So I paid $2,500 for him to be tested by an independent psychologist. He was diagnosed with dyslexia and dysgraphia. The school lied about how to read the test results. I asked them to send me something from a medical journal supporting their interpretation of the test results. The article that was sent to me supported the proposition that I had stated. The school falsely claimed that he did not have a weakness in writing. This was curious, considering that most of the assignments that he brought home were blank. I also learned that the school does not actually measure grade level for writing, so it would be difficult to find anyone was a year behind, 2 years behind, or any level behind when they're not measuring it. Howard County has chosen to mislead parents regarding thinking that their children are okay, and it's not screening children to try to identify those with reading disabilities, and is actively concealing information from parents so that they cannot effectively advocate for their children. The school repeatedly claimed that my son was allegedly not a full year behind, and he did not qualify as having a learning disability. This statement is illegal under the federal law. The law does not require us to wait for my son to fail in order to get him help, particularly when all of the scientific research about dyslexia shows that early intervention is the key. I have learned that 1 in 5 children have a reading disability. It is no wonder that by the end of the 4th grade, 40% of children in the state of Maryland are not reading on grade level. We know what to do to help kids with reading disabilities. Leading experts recommend that structured literacy will help. It's a scientific, evidence-based method that teaches the rules of the English language. Students use their other senses to teach reading. They draw in shaving cream, they clap out syllables, they sing songs, they play games, they use repetition. Dyslexic children will not learn to read using osmosis. All children benefit from this type of reading program, not just kids with dyslexia. Howard County ignores the science and banks on parents pulling their kids out of school. Howard County has invoked this detrimental 1-year rule that kids must not just fail, but must really fail before they will get any help. And that is too late to actually make a meaningful impact on reading. I'm a lawyer, a trained advocate, and I got absolutely nothing for my son. I shudder to think what happens to those who are disadvantaged. We need to screen children. We need to teach teachers how to read. We need to use the right evidence-based programs in order to change the paradigm in Howard County. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Hello.
Good evening.
Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. That was a quote by Albert Einstein, who didn't speak until he was 5 years old and generally acknowledged to be a dyslexic. My name is Abigail Broker, and I am a junior at Centennial High School, and I am dyslexic. To most people, dyslexia is known as a disability. To me, dyslexia is a gift. I would never want to change. When you know about it, there are just as many pros as cons. It's just that the cons don't let our intelligence show. It's like wall after wall we have to break down to achieve something as simple as reading. If you were to just give us a ladder to get over the wall, we would be able to achieve more than you could ever comprehend. Some may say it is not fair to provide something to one student and not the other, but fairness means everybody gets what they need. This is what needs to change in Howard County schools. I have a friend who is highly successful competitive skier and dyslexic. Last year, she was so happy she was able to take challenging classes. However, because of her success, the school system said she had outgrown her dyslexia and took away her IEP. For the record, dyslexia is an inherited neurological difference that you cannot simply outgrow. This school year, she is stressed out and is not the carefree person I knew before. After great struggle through my elementary and middle school years, I am now in honors classes and making all A's and B's. I am ready for when I am approached about having my IEP taken away, as hints have already been made. Reading issues could be resolved for all kids, not just dyslexics, by adopting a structured literacy curriculum. I have been in school districts in 3 different states, so I know firsthand how Howard County is falling behind for dyslexics.
Thank you.
Thank you.